2025 will be a mess. If you notice, the US and even the Malaysia stock market are actually falling down. Now, there's a few uncertainty that we're going to be covering in today's video, and we're also going to be talking about what you can do to prepare yourself for such volatility.
2024 was a pretty good year for the stock market, but many are predicting in 2025 there's going to be a market crash. Predicting is one thing, but knowing how to take advantage of it is more important. What kind of stocks to buy? How to protect your portfolio in a downturn? These are some of the questions you need to ask during market chaos. That's why I'm organizing a free training session to share with you how to do it. 10 February, 8:30 p.m. See you there.
Now, number one, we have over here, which is Trump's warning the BRICS nation against replacing the US dollar. This is big warning. Actually, he has talked about this before he even became the president. And basically, he's trying to say that if the BRICS nation is going to do international trade with their own currency, he's going to be imposing 100% tariff, or worst case is that they cannot sell to the US. Now, this is a very, very deadly threat, especially to Malaysia, is because about 13.2% of our export value actually goes to the USA, which means we're actually making money from the US. And not to mention that we are a net exporter from the US. If you look at the statistics over here, we export about 200 billion to the US, and also we import about 126 billion. So that gives us a net export of about 73 billion, which is a huge chunk of money that is coming to Malaysia. Basically, you can say that that is our revenue. So I think Malaysia, we cannot lose US as our major trading partner. So whatever our government is doing now with the BRICS nation, probably they need to tone down a little bit and not anger Mr. Donald Trump over here. And why this is important for us is because a majority of whatever we export to the US is actually related to the E&E products, which is the technology cycle. This is a very important component because it is what improves our business activity here. And it's also a reason why we can manage to go from a commodity-based economy to a manufacturing base. That's why we need to be very careful, and hopefully, Malaysia will continue to stay neutral and not use the BRICS currency if they did create one. Number two, we have here, which is Donald Trump's tariff threat against Mexico and Canada. This already is official. So they're going to be imposing about 25% tariff against Canada and also Mexico, as well as 10% against China. So if you look at the stats over here, Mexico, China, and Canada are the top three largest countries that actually export to the US. So they are doing that right now, and the market is being fearful about it. Technically, it shouldn't be also, because this is a known news already. It just came to effect on the 1st of February. That's why the market is taking a little bit of jittering at the moment. Now, that's the second uncertainty. The third one we have over here, restriction for AI chip might be back again. Remember, during the Biden administration, they did mention, they want to do this export AI chip restriction for tier 2 countries, and obviously they cannot sell anything to tier 3s, and tier 2 countries is inclusive of Malaysia. And then after that, when Trump came back into inauguration, he basically just revoked whatever Biden said. And right now, because of DeepSeek, US might bring back the restriction. And this is the news that we have from Bloomberg just recently, only on the 31st of January. The US probing if DeepSeek got NVIDIA chips from firms like in Singapore. So Singapore is also one of the tier 2 countries in the AI chip export restriction. And what we know is that, or what the US also already know, is Singapore is actually secretly exporting whatever NVIDIA chips that they bought to China.
Too busy to find stock ideas? Check out Fiverr Pro to shortcut your research time and effort by 90%. 10% off link in the comments and description.
This is actually pretty crucial for NVIDIA because about 20% of the revenue actually comes from Singapore. And basically, NVIDIA is trying to calm the US president, and they are trying to say that, the customers do comply with the law. However, this news actually came at a time where the AI uncertainty is at its peak. So that's why a lot of people are worried that whether NVIDIA sales will get slashed because of this restriction. But we shall see. So far, there is not much of a news right now. But when they do this kind of probing, potentially the restriction might resurface. Now, that is global news. Now, we're going back to our Malaysia over here. The 1,700 per month minimum wage is kicking in starting on the 1st of February. So which means most of the companies who hires more than 5 employees, they will be incurring some sort of increase in cost. Now, definitely the companies already, they know about this already and they are prepared for it. However, obviously, because this is a fresh news and maybe even fresh costing to them, so potentially in the upcoming few quarterlies, you'll notice that the cost, especially the administration cost or maybe even your cost of goods, so there will be some sort of a rising over there, which means gross profit margins, gross profit will be dropping. Now, the second one, which is on the mid of 2025, the electricity tariff will be increased by 14.2%. And potentially this will push up prices for shoppers and mall operators. And then on top of that, we also have a removal of fuel subsidy for the top 15%, which means small and micro businesses that use pickup trucks might incur an increase in cost. What this means is that inflation is here for 2025 and prices will be going up. So those are the few key uncertainty that is going to be happening in 2025, which is why you see there's a lot of volatility around the stock market. And the final thoughts is that obviously number one is inflation is coming. Number two is there will be more volatility in the market because of Trump's uncertainty in terms of his policy. We don't know what is he going to do next in the upcoming few months. Right now, it's just the known facts or whatever he had said in the past is now coming true already, but we still don't know what is his future plan. So I think we need to be prepared for it because Trump is a very unpredictable guy, and whatever policy that he come out, definitely it will jitter the market. Now, last but not least, we have over here, which is expect lesser return. This is actually coming from Charlie Munger in 2023, one of the interview. Basically, he mentioned that because of a high interest rate that the US is currently facing and they cannot afford to lower down interest rate. If you read the Fed meetings, latest FOMC meeting, basically he said that now is not the time to reduce interest rate because of whatever is happening in the market right now. So they are keeping interest rate at an elevated level. So what this means is that probably there will be lesser opportunity in the stock market because if you look at the US market, is at most of the companies are trading at quite a premium valuation. Which is why you notice companies like maybe even Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft, they all are taking some sort of like a minor correction at the moment. And the expectation right now is that they are looking forward to their earnings, upcoming quarterlies, to see whether they can actually deliver the numbers. So this is a very, very important future data or catalyst to see whether the S&P 500 or even the US stock can maintain at a high side. If not, it will start to go down. So Charlie Munger also did say that, we have to be comfortable with lesser return in the future because of all of these problems that is happening in the market right now. So yeah, if you don't know what to do in this 2025 mess, well, you can join our upcoming webinar where we'll tell you how to profit in 2025's bear market. It will be happening on the 10th of February, 8:30 p.m. It is going to be in a Zoom session, and we're going to be talking about what are the strategies that we're going to be deploying for 2025, what stocks or sectors we are looking forward to, and also what do we think about the 2025 market, where is it even heading, basically the direction of it. So if you are interested to join our upcoming webinar, you can actually scan this QR code. If not, you can register by clicking on the link in the description and comments. And this is the Fire Pro's latest update. So far, we still have been doing pretty good, although it had dipped slightly. So the Fire Pro Malaysia portfolio is now up 45% instead of the previous one. I think it's around 48%. The foreign portfolio, which is the Fire Pro Global, is up 2.49%. Yeah, so this one we are doing pretty well already. Last time it was still in the negative. Right now it's starting to gain back some of the momentum. And finally, we have the boring portfolio. So this one, if you are interested in dividends, if you are a conservative investor, then definitely you want to check out the boring portfolio, and it's up 11.5%. So if you notice, there's an interesting infographic over here on the right hand side, which is the boring portfolio's dividend yield. Now, each of these stocks derive a different dividend yield. So if you notice, company A is giving about 14.5% dividend yield. This is very, very high. But if you also see company E, F, and G, this one, they are still going at a very, very low dividend yield. but we do expect them to pay more dividends in the upcoming quarterlies. So do look forward to it when you sign up for FirePro. So if you want to know how we do our write-ups, how do we assess management, how do we analyze risks, all of those good stuff are inside FirePro. And also, if you want to know any exclusive management notes that we have meetings with CEOs or maybe even some of the researchers, we also share with them to our FirePro member. And if you want to get a taste of how we do our write-ups, you can check out our free sample. The link will be in the description and comments. That's about it for today's video. Make sure to sign up for our upcoming masterclass on the 10th of February, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.